Yeah. Testing, testing. Good. I usually don't go live on this channel. You dig? But your boy is definitely going live on this channel right now. Setting everything up real fast. Let me hold on. Let me like that. This we may start doing on this actual channel, bro. I won't mind doing this on this channel. I don't know why, but put this here real fast. All right, setting that thing up. Yeah, these. I should go get me something to drink. You know what I'm saying? This is a long one. If you was watching my live on Twitch, oh, you know what I mean. You missed it. But I'll be right back, huh? Yo, use the restroom real fast. But this is probably what we about to start doing on this actual. Ooh, excuse me. On this actual channel, man. Actual live reactions. Oh snap! I forgot the camera off. Hold up. I don't even. Is the camera? Yeah, I'm better. All right. Yeah. All right, bro. Yeah, this is what we're about to start doing on this actual channel right here. We're about to actually just start going actual like live. Doing live reactions to like things like this and stuff like that. No music or anything like that. Hopefully, like a lot of things don't have copyrights or anything like that. This channel is just strictly gonna be based on like culture and all this other stuff. Like I usually always say, man, this is the who put you on key. So this is about y'all putting me on to things. You know what I'm saying? That's why I actually named it that. Catchy name too. You know what I mean? But anyway, though, we definitely keeping the global citizens. Um, not a gang, not a culture. anything like that. Coach, yeah, we are coaching though. But we a new one. But anyway, not trying to chit chat too long. If y'all definitely new to this, definitely don't forget to subscribe to this channel, my guy. As I build it, things will get better. I like me in a corner just like this, just to keep it kind of off me and on the actual video that's actually at hand. Hold on, hold on. It don't matter. Yeah, homie, shit about to be loud for a second. But anyway, though, man. Yeah, I ain't trying to chit chat too long for this. Like I was saying before, this is just gonna be that channel. Like I said before, don't forget to like, subscribe. Uh, Definitely share this. Let me actually share this myself. I'm wilding. Biggest supporter, biggest supporter. You know what I mean? You gotta support yourself. You better. If you don't, then I'll be looking at you kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Put that right there. Boom. All right, we good, yo. I just had to post that on my other channel. Boom. Make sure we got that going. All right, we Gucci, man. Like I said before, man, if you actually catching this right now, man, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. You dig? But I ain't trying to keep y'all long for this one. So, without further ado, man, enough of me yapping. Let's get to this trapping. Now, this is some good trapping right here. Well, I wouldn't say good trapping, but the title, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of good. I definitely want to see this. Somebody definitely actually told me this is. I'll probably just replay this and chop this up a little bit. But definitely salute to the global citizen that told me to do this. He was like the new one that came out. So the other one was old. So this one is new. This is like, I guess, like a little more new people and stuff like that, and a little more background to it. So this is gonna be a little more interesting to see. So without further ado, like I said before, enough of me yapping. Let's get to this trapping.
And we are back in Newham, London's third highest populated borough, located in the east side of the
It's the
city.
third line.
Newham's also one of the boroughs with the highest proportion of individuals living in poverty. In an earlier video, I discussed the deadly war between Newham Gang, Manor Park vs Guildford, Guildford being in another borough. However, in this video, I'll dive into the deadly war that has split one borough, Newham,
we did that. Now I'm saying y'all definitely go back and check that out.
Into a bloodbath that has consumed people of all ages, gang member or innocent alike. The city has been split into two sides.
That's another thing I was gonna ask. Like, what's the age range thing? I think I said that before, but what really is the age range? You know what I mean?
Newham, aka 7th, and Southside Newham, aka 6th. Northside Newham is made up of several sets which include Blackwater Close and Woodgrange Estate, both located in Forest Gate, CGE aka Chad Green Estate, BCM aka Believe, Conquer and Motivate, and other smaller sets to make up the Northside Newham Alliance. Now onto Southside Newham. It's made up of sets like ACG from Beckton, Custom House, Canning Town, Custom Trench Boys, and a couple more. A bit of history. 7th aka Northside Newham were formerly known as the E7 Crips. The gang was...
What? Wait, I'm confused now, man. I thought like I ain't really get down like that as far as in like gang culture, like Crips or anything like that. I thought it was just like y'all just rep the colors and it just means something totally different to y'all. Know what I'm saying? I'm kind of confused. All right.
Was formulated in the Forest Gate area. A number of past and current generation of gangs have existed in Newham and other London boroughs that associate with the colour blue, some of which in the past had also self-identified themselves as Crips. E7 Crips were created around 2003, which has been composed of a mixture of street gang link-ups such as the Smooth Moneymakers and older music collectives such as Kamikaze Crew and Mob Dat Crew. On January 2009, Stephen Lewis aka Captain, who repped the set CGE from Northside Newham, would attend a charity event aimed at campaigning against youth violence and anti-knife crime in Plaistow. The irony was, when he made his way outside with his brother, he was spotted by custom house members who were armed with knives. Stefan was attacked by the youth and stabbed to death. Stefan was cradled by his 16-year-old sister Tanya as he was laying dying in the street while his brother looked on. The killing on that Saturday night in Plaistow, East London, was the first death that sparked a vicious cycle of revenge killings, turning this into a deadly war. Chris Mazekulua, 18 years old, of Hooper Road Custom House.
Mazekulua. Yeah, that would be hard to pronounce that right there for me. There's a lot of people with those names. Like, what's a common name over there? Now I'm saying in the UK.
Cycle of revenge killings,
I bet like a common name over here is like Thomas, Williams, Jenkins. You know what I mean? Like those like some real common names. You know what I mean? I definitely want to know like what's some common names that's over there in UK.
Into a deadly war. Chris Mazekulua, 18 years old, of Hooper Road Custom House, was given at least 17 years at the Old Bailey in November 2009 after being found guilty of murdering a teenager. Now, Believe, Conquer and Motivate members, mostly schoolboys at the time, were deeply enraged at the death of their fallen friend Captain, and it didn't take long for them to seek revenge. So in the early hours of July 4th, 2010, Elton Campos de Oliveira, aka Ace, who repped Custom House, was cycling through East London when he was spotted by a large swarm of about 20 CGE and BCM members. He was beaten with baseball bats, metal bars, and finally fatally stabbed. Ace was taken to Royal London Hospital, where he was pronounced dead in the morning. The judge heard the attack was a revenge for the murder of Stephen Lewis, aka Captain, who was stabbed to death at an anti-knife crime disco 18 months earlier. Stephen's best friend, Jarrell Wilson Mooney, 19, from Romford, was convicted of murder alongside Larty. Both.
You know what I'm saying? I thought different colors, you know what I'm saying? It was repping that lime green before NBA or something like that. Y'all let me know that down in the comments, yo.
Belonged to the rival Plaistow-based Chad Green gang. Each were handed a life sentence and ordered to serve a minimum of 18 years.
Minimum?
Jeez. Most people you see on here talking about dropshipping have never actually made
minimum
money
of 18 years?
Dropshipping. Jeez. Now, I don't have access to their financial statements to prove this, but what I do...
Sammy Guns, aka Samuel, a well-respected and loved
Sammy
CGE
Guns,
member.
right? That's like a cowboy name. Sammy Guns. I swear that's a cowboy's name or something like that.
Full suspect and murderer of Ace. However, before he could be sentenced, he was shot dead on the 23rd of October 2010 by Peckham boys from South London. Around that time, there had been a series of disputes and violations involving the Peckham boys and members from Stratford/Plaistow in Newham. Sammy was unfortunately the victim of a retaliation. Now, there was a BCM member known as Kxng, real name Champion Gander. He was a talented rapper from the Stratford set of Northside Newham. He was also a very talented footballer, an Arsenal trainee in fact. Champion Gander,
that's soccer. If you're American, that's soccer. You know how I mean?
aka Kxng, was 17 years old when he and a friend were in Forest Gate. They were spotted by Custom House members after a brutal attack involving belts, a hammer and at least one knife, where Kxng was stabbed 11 times in the head, chest, arms and legs. His friend being attacked too. Kxng sadly died at the scene, whereas his friend survived. The whole attack happened outside a primary school, and although adults witnessed it, they didn't provide witness statements until 3 years later. Armani Lynch was arrested and was on trial for the murder. Judge Wendy said 2 of the strikes were so powerful they chipped his bones. The Old Bailey heard a transcript of a phone call that revealed Lynch had called his friends to pack the public gallery so as to intimidate other defendants from giving evidence. For some odd reason, Lynch was found guilty of only manslaughter and sentenced to 14 years.
Only 14 years. 14 years. Dang. Dang. Jesus. Anyway, man, I don't want to get it, man.
Now, from 2012 onwards,
that's why for a second I'm like, that's Dave. I'm saying Dave in this. That's crazy. I know he was. Now I'm saying was just cool, like on some 3 stuff, like Chance the Rapper. But anyway, yo, that's why I say like things like that happening, bro. Like of course, like bro, it's wartime. What you mean? You know what I'm saying you took one of mine's in jail. Now you know how things go. You feel me? But anyway.
Talented custom house rapper known as Newham.
Go to school, though.
He would release music that would generate millions of views. He was a gem in a scene known as road rap, which consists of rapping about real life hardships and struggles that many relate to. On July 3rd, 2014, Lithuanian national Kxng Kiy, forgive me for the pronunciation, was enjoying an ice cream on Parson Street in Hendon while walking with his father. They just finished renovating property in the area and worked hard to provide for their family back home in Lithuania. The son was wearing a shiny Rolex, which was spotted by Mover and 2 others after driving in the area. Mover and the others jumped out the car. Their goal was a watch and a bag. Kxng Kiy, 38, was stabbed in the chest with a fearsome hunting knife, and they took the watch and bag. The victim's father, Pranas, said the 3 robbers ambushed them from behind in an attack that was over in a flash.
Bro, they probably about to get life. Compared to the other one, 14 years? That taking that. You know what I mean? Like, wait, taking that. But anyway, bro, I want to know what happened with this.
He said one man was armed with a knife, while the other 2 men tripped his son, a married father of 1, over as he tried to flee. This all happened in 15 seconds. It's a sobering thought that 1 minute Kxng could be happily eating an ice cream on a summer afternoon in the company of his father, and the next he was lying in the street with his chest cut open. Crazy, man. Emergency services tried to save him. London ambulance were called, but sadly he was pronounced dead at the scene. Those involved were all arrested and faced trial for the murder a year later, and in May 2015, Mover 22 and Stefan Lasana 22 were each sentenced to 30.
That one 30, the other one 14. Sometimes I'd be like, man, the court system is confusing to me. You know what I mean? But anyway.
Years in prison. The strangest thing about Mover's actions were that he rapped in a song warning about how stupid it is to do the very same thing that he did.
Now we thinking about the bird that he's holding, all because he stabbed man spur the moment.
And if the 30-year sentence...
What? Nah.
The strangest thing about Mover's actions were that he rapped in a song warning about how stupid it is to do the very same thing that he did.
Now we thinking about the bird that he's holding, all because he stabbed man spur the moment.
And if the 30-year sentence ending a promising rap career where he could have made it out of the hood legally wasn't enough heartache, well, the watch they stole was fake and the bag contained nothing but the father's glasses. Now in 2000...
That's all I say, man. All those robbers sometimes, man, y'all do it for nothing. Majority of these people don't even got the real stuff on. Know what I'm saying? Look crazy at the end. Now look at you. Anyway, man.
2015, both war inside Newham and some promising rappers. Custom House had Kojo Funds. BCM/Stratford had J Hus. Both would incorporate their Afrobeats into their rap music. J Hus dropped a very direct diss track towards Kojo Funds where he said,
on an Afrobeat?
Kojo stressing, Kojo ran off, left his blessings, left his pride, left his bedroom. Kojo's lying, time for confession. Kojo what? Kojo who? Kojo, ooh, I make more funds than you. It doesn't get more direct than that. Kojo Funds dropped a reply of his own. Funny enough, the beat brought the best out of them musically, with Kojo's reply being a banger. Now J Hus had been stabbed by a Custom House member in the past, so Kojo decided to use the picture of J Hus on his hospital bed as the thumbnail for a diss track. Now come 2017, there was a new generation of drillers in Southside Newham. Young Diz, aka Prince of the Six, created ACG along with...
So these are like the 14-year-olds and the 16-year-olds and stuff like that now, you know what I mean?
SNH.
I believe
ACG
so right now.
stands for Anybody Can Go. And as for Northside Newham, CV, aka Crazy Black, was a rapper from Forest Gate. He would have his breakthrough moment in 2017 with the track Take That Risk. The song was loaded with 808s, which allowed his vivid street tale to shine and connect with audiences who were far removed from that
I want
lifestyle.
him to do that. Y'all let
the
me know that
clarity
down in
he
the comments.
showcased, the considered rhyme schemes, few to this day have been able to come close. Many believe CB to be the king of UK drill. And on the
Who?
Got a technical background? Looking to go
let me know
remote
that
and get
down in
paid
the comments,
more?
man. Is
Become
he?
a software engineer in 10 months with practice.
And on the 2nd of
Oh, so somebody else.
tale to shine and connect with audiences who were far removed from that lifestyle. The clarity he showcased, the considered rhyme schemes, few to this day have been able to come close. Many believe CB to be the king of UK drill. And on the 2nd of April 2017, Ahmed Dean Jar, aka Grinner, who repped Custom House, was buying a soft drink at an off-license store in Freemasons Road. He was stabbed inside the shop, which was less than 50 yards from his house. He sadly died at the scene minutes after 3:40 PM. His post-mortem stated that the cause of death was a stab wound to the heart. Several people were arrested, but no charges were made. The alleged murderer of Grinner was said to be CB. And although CCTV images have been released and a reward of 20,000 for any information leading to an arrest, the case remains unsolved to this day. On the 25th of August 2017, 19-year-old Abdul Mayanja was giving friends a lift home when a female passenger fell ill, prompting them to stop in Wall Street, Stratford. Mr. Mayanja and his friends sat on the wall. They were approached by two Custom House members in cruise and ice cream. They asked, "What end you from?" before suddenly shooting Abdul. He was rushed to hospital and later died. Both Ice Cream and Cruz were arrested and sentenced to 30 and 31 years respectively for the murder. Sadly, Abdul Mayanja was merely a civilian at the wrong place at the wrong time. The mere fact that they asked him where he was from, as they were unsure if he was a gang member or not, and then fired, was sickening to say the least. Custom House members were still looking for a real member, and so on the 4th of September 2000.
Some people is just too trigger happy, man. They get that power. They feel like they got that power with that thing. And they go crazy. See, look. Welcome to the Freemason. I would have thought it was a gang called that over there. I would have been, you know what I'm saying, the 33rd. You know what I mean? If I was young over there, then I would have been like, all right, we got to chill. You get older, but you feel me? Like the Freemasoners. So these the Freemasoners. All right. I want to know, like, yo, y'all really get down like that over there? Like, y'all really tied into them? You know, look. Oh, here to us? That's how America got started. You better check your history. Hypothetically, you probably be, that's the only way you can probably be a president. But anyway, though,
2017, ACG members got into a Range Rover and traveled to Forest Gate. They spotted 14-year-old CJ. What happened next would reach national TV and shock the streets of London.
Corey Jr., CJ Davis, was shot dead as he stood by a playground on a September afternoon last year.
To all these stabbings, cool and dandy. But bro, I'm out. You know what? Let's take that back. This is a nice channel. This is so sad. This is so sad, man. These kids nowadays. Look, this is crazy, man. Anyway, man.
Everybody failed him. Everybody failed him. He's not here. Everybody failed him. I even feel like I failed him.
Innocent.
And that's not a good thing for a mother to say.
Innocent.
Corey was groomed by Northside Newham to sell drugs and was often scared and told professionals he wasn't safe. Despite his concerns, social workers didn't recognize him as a victim, but rather he was seen as an offender and gave him no options to rehouse the boy in a different area. Young Diz and the twins were arrested for this case, but shortly released. Young Diz dropped the evilest verse I've ever heard. I won't repeat it, but I'll put it on the screen for you guys to read. It's clear to see why Young Diz is referred to as the devil in Newham. Another thing to mention about Diz is the fact that he once said he lost his mother and felt like it was his fault. Maybe this adds to why he turned into someone so heartless.
Yeah, it could be the devil and that, yeah. It's just another name for me, innit? Devil.
And on the 14th of February 2018, Promise and Keda.
Bro, that's why I say, and when you choose these streets, my boy, this is like, all I gotta say is like the consistency he is. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you feel me? What's up? But this is when you choose the streets, you bump into a bunch of them. You feel me? That's why I say, man, stay out of it. But even the innocent is getting killed, man. To where it's like that's where it should stop at, man. People should really like watch it sometimes, man. Stop being so trigger. You know what I mean? So happy all the time. Feel like you got power or something like that. Some people really don't got nothing to do with it. Stop feeling as if like this person look like this person when they really don't. They really don't be that person, yo. But anyway.
An alleged affiliate of the ACT.
Know who is who, yo. Really, you really want to be in it.
On Forest Gate members,
not, get out of it.
Stolen BMW,
really get out of it.
Purposely crashed into him, mowing him down. They then chased him and stabbed him 15 times in Canning Town. Promise was repeatedly stabbed in the head, back and chest in the space of seconds.
I know back in the days, homies was been like, man, you see homie in the back of who on the camera? Nah, but anyway,
he managed to
that's
knock on a nearby door and the occupants raised the alarm. But despite paramedics battling to save his life, he was pronounced dead at the scene at about 8:40 p.m. 4 teenagers were arrested and charged for his murder. The court heard that the stolen BMW was found crashed and a knife and a pair of latex gloves were later discovered behind the nearby telephone junction box. Mr. Kent said the knife had Promised DNA on it, while one of the gloves bore Doe's DNA. The prosecutor told jurors that the knife also fitted a sheath which was found near the attack and had Idris' DNA on it. After recovering the stolen car, police found a rucksack in the boot containing the juvenile's Oyster card and drinks container with his DNA on it, the court heard. Shamar, Dawes and Ishaq.
Would I be wrong or I would like send them to jail? They got all the evidence. Yeah, but look at the years. Look at the years. This is beyond me. Holy. How one is going to get 30, what was it, 31 years, and then look at this. How old is these guys? Bro, they don't even have beards except one of them. I look at it as like, yo, 18 years ain't, man. Probably people probably, oh, that's a, bro, that's not. Whether the person that had a child, somebody, you know what I'm saying, got hurt, got taken out, you know what I'm saying, that same year. By the time they 18 years old, guess who's coming out? Know what I mean? But anyway, yo.
Abedil were both sentenced to 18 years, whereas Idris was sentenced to 16 years, and finally Anton Mouir sentenced to 17 years. Now on the 26th of July 2018, CB, while wearing a clown mask and 3 others got into a car armed with guns and knives and attempted to travel to rival blocks. They were intercepted by armed police. This resulted in a car chase which ended in a gunfight with the police officers. An armed response unit fired after shots were fired from a BMW. CB also pointed a shotgun at the police car but didn't fire.
Yeah, that was... You got the wheels? You got the wheels?
In just 36 weeks, Universal Technical Institute can train you for a career in welding. If you like the idea of having...
I'm joking. I'm joking. He's trying to get low. He's trying to get low on him. Ew. two-way? It gotta be a what now? That's a two-way? That's what I be confused about too, yo. Y'all be having a lot of streets that be like this too sometimes. It be like a tight two-way or something like that. I'm like, what?
302, location of your pointing a long barrel weapon at us.
Yeah, boys, what you want? What you gonna do?
CB was jailed for 23 years. Some argue it was excessive and that he was only given life because police knew he killed Grinner but didn't have the evidence to charge him, so used this as an opportunity. CB was one of the few men whose ops actually gave props to him, as you can hear in this video.
No one even liked Kxng Kiy. It was embarrassing. When CB come, I heard he was riding. Man got the drop. This guy's riding. Nah, he made it fun again. You know them ones like, hey, you know what? Free CB for real. He made the beat fun again. I ain't gonna lie.
Now back to Young Diz, one of his youngers who...
To me, it's like that's what's messing up the street. Us separating and making people talk about the street. Like people going on social media and doing all that other stuff. Bro, you messing up the gang, my guy. That's not how it go. And you know it. I know that's why a lot of y'all, like, even at the end of the day when y'all get off, y'all feel bad. Because you know it don't go like that, man. But anyway.
Who would sell drugs would lose one of the packages. Allegedly, Young Diz thought he stole it. Or maybe he did, who knows. So in devil-like fashion, he used the help of another 16-year-old boy who knew the younger. And on the night, 2nd of August 2018, the teenager made contact with him and suggested they meet in Barking. The kid turned up as agreed, and Young Diz and 4 other youths pulled up in a dark blue Ford. The boy was punched in the head and body and ordered to get into the vehicle, where he was threatened with a machete and had 2 plastic bags put over his head and secured with an elastic band. He was driven to the home of one of the younger defendants, where he was held for around 2 hours and subjected to a violent and humiliating ordeal. He was forced to strip naked as Diz filmed and threatened to cut him up. The victim was hit with a metal pole over his face, back, legs and arms, and his hair was forcefully cut. Diz attempted to pour boiling water over the victim's head. He was forced to swallow a cannabis joint and was also threatened with scissors. His parents were also cold, and he was forced to beg for 1.5k to...
The street name, I understand. What is your street name?
No comment.
We believe your street name to be Young Diz.
No comment.
Victim says that when he gets into the car, he immediately recognises the driver as Young Diz. Is that you?
No comment.
Young Diz was sentenced to 12.5 years in prison after pleading guilty to kidnap, conspiracy to falsely imprison, conspiracy to blackmail, GBH and perverting the court of justice. The 4 other accomplices were jailed for between 2.5 and 3.5 years. Now the young ACG boys who were sentenced along with Diz were released and placed on tag. Despite being on tag, 2 boys aged 14 and 16 got into a stolen blackout Ford and drove to Chad Green in August 2019. They would spot CGE member Star Knight, where they would viciously attack him with machetes, resulting in his death.
Bro, why none of y'all like join fencing or something? Like with all these machetes or something like that, like nobody's joining the fence club or nothing? Y'all even got, I know y'all got fence club over there. I know y'all got fence. No, I'm not trying to make this a joke, but I know y'all have fence club over there, you know what I'm saying? To protect yourself or something. This is beyond me. You know what I mean? But anyway.
A glove with both the youth's DNA and the victim's blood on it was later recovered from an abandoned getaway car following a police search. What the 2 boys didn't know was their victim was also on an electric tag, and that the police were capable of asserting your whereabouts if you came into contact with another home monitoring unit. Anderson, who was then 18 at the time of the trial, was sentenced to 18 years, whereas the 16-year-old boy got 16 years. Now, David Gorma was a marketing graduate and someone who worked for the NHS. His mother also worked for the NHS, and his father had passed away due to COVID. 2 days before his father's funeral, he was walking in Custom House on the phone to his girlfriend. And on April 2020, 4 bloodthirsty CGE and Stratford members were lurking looking for rivals. They spotted him and chased him. Thankfully, he outran the group. However, a car pulled up near him. His girlfriend claimed she heard one of the men ask him where he was from. David ran again. The doors of the vehicle opened and they chased him. CCTV captured the event and David was stabbed up to 9 times. All 4 men attempted to flee in their getaway car, but the wheel fell off, so they walked home. After the killing, one of them decided to draw a comic-style drawing and glorify the murder, and all 4 men were seen giggling during the trial. Remorseless killers.
Which one did it? Which one did that one? Huh. Let's see which one did that one. It gotta be this one. It gotta be the one with the hair, bro. The most hair. Either him or this one. That's beyond me. That's beyond me. Put them to jail.
Sitting in the trial, one of the men, Kxng Kiy, graffitied on the walls of the court, listing his dead ops and writing Northside Newham, and how he was a custom house bully. Kxng Kiy and Mohammed Jallo were sentenced to 27 years, David True given 26 years, and Alex was handed a 21-year sentence. Around this time, a drill rapper from Forest Gate was dropping fire music to the point he caught the attention of Canadian megastar Drake. However, Yanko was busted for working as a courier in a county line operation all the way in Birmingham and sentenced to 3 years in prison. On top of a 3-year sentence, he's already...
That's my thing. It's like, if you really on it, doing things, certain things like that, why cover your face a little bit? When you get caught, now your face is out. I know a lot of people like, I thought it was that one all this time. I was like, nah, it had to be the other guy. Nah, I'm joking.
Serving for firearm offences in London. One of the ACG twins spoke about him in an Insta Live, displeased with his music to say the least.
It's this Yanko, brother, man. Mother's life, bro. This you gives me a headache, fam. It gives me a headache, fam. Sometimes, yeah, when you hear stuff, yeah, I think...
Bro, is he in jail? Is he in jail? Nah. Like this? It's a regular door. Nah, this is gonna be home. You got a scarf? Regular clothes? This guy gotta be in the house.
Why are you lying, fam?
Alright, now that's him.
You know, sometimes like there's some guys that are actually out here. You're like, you know what? He's out here. Man caught this suit.
I think I sworn I seen
Man caught this suit not once, not twice, 3 times. One time though, man caught him. I ain't even gonna say who with. I ain't trying to. You feel me? But you say, man, no. You held that chef in. You already know.
K. John Lubin, aka K. Miz, was a Southside Newham affiliate. Apparently, in the morning, 11th of December 2020, K. Miz and his friends will steal a scooter from Vanco. Later that evening, Vanco and his friends will ride out looking for K. Miz. They spotted K. Miz along with his friends in North Woolwich. A fight night would spark off, where K. Miz stabbed a single time by Vanco. Sadly, it pierced through his heart and he immediately collapsed, dying at the scene at 6:50 p.m. Vanco and his friends would later be arrested and charged with murder. However, they would go on to trial in the summer of 2021 and beat both the murder and manslaughter charges.
Is he with them? Bro, the furthest we get into this reaction, bro, the crazier it get. That's what it is. Yeah, you definitely need the part 2 to this.
Disorder. 18-year-old Abu Bakr Jar, also known as Junior, who is the younger brother of Grinner, who I talked about earlier, who was fatally stabbed to death in a shop in 2017. Well, in Canning Town on Monday, April 25th, 2021, Junior Jar was shot by a man from a car. Then he got out of the car and proceeded to stab him. London ambulance services attended the scene. Despite the best efforts of the medics, he sadly died at the scene. A mother had officially lost 2 sons to these Newham streets. The killer remains at large and the murder remains unsolved till this day. No one wins in these wars. It's only a game of who loses the least, and both sides have lost a lot. I send my condolences to the family of everyone who passed away.
Everyone
really needs help, and fast.
I never thought that earning money could be this easy. I just signed up to be a DoorDash driver, and it's been great. It's such a fun and easy way to make some extra cash.
Definitely salute to the global citizen. Y'all want me to do this? Well, I did it. Really did. I did. I mean, y'all want me to do this? Y'all already know, man, how we do this, man. But I'm about to get off, though. But anyway, though, man, I probably will be back on tomorrow live. I'll be going live more on this channel than the other channel, a little bit more. I'll probably start going live on this channel actually on Sundays more than the other channel. But anyway, though, man, hoodlums everywhere. I'll tell you that. Crazy thing is that a lot of people that don't have to do with the ignorance of others get put into this, and then they get sacrificed, and then it's like you bringing their family into something. How you know how this person cousin feeling, anything like that. This is like kind of the sad part of this. Killing your own people. You know what I mean? Just multiple things, but sometimes you gotta look at it like I said always before. I gotta give you two coins. Like what one guy said, I'm the devil. Like you like have maybe the devil or something. It's like the streets is multiple people that's like that. So when you choose it, you bump into people that's like that. They lose their mother and all that. They don't got no help. What you think they're gonna do? A lot of people don't know too much. I'm trying to choose my words very wisely because, like, the sad part is like the innocence is dying. The ignorant is gonna be the ignorant. Hey, let them go. You feel me? But the innocent is like the lesson that need to be learned. Feel as if like that's like the biggest thing right now is the innocence, man. This is what y'all really do need to understand and look at. Is the people that don't got nothing to do with y'all beef. Like, how would y'all feel as if like it was just a new law was like cops knew it was y'all and they take y'all up? It'd be that easy, right? But yeah, man. Just sad. But anyway, though, man, we're not moving on. We are going. Well, I'm getting off, but appreciate the ones that came by, watch for a second or two. Hope y'all actually subscribe. Well, if you watching this now, oh yeah, I forgot. Definitely salute to the global citizen that told me to do this. This is definitely probably going to get replayed back, just fixed up a little bit more. But yeah, definitely salute to him. That's the lesson. Not really a lesson. This is just the sad part of like, this is the innocence. And this would need to be shined the lights on and stuff like that. These is just in there people. You know what I mean? But yeah. People dying over other people ignorant. But I want to do a couple of more. So if y'all got any other more for me to do, y'all already know. Tear them comments up. Thanks for making this channel into a full-time channel, not a part-time channel. I will be going live. I'm trying to think. Should I go live tomorrow before I say that? Get off, or I don't want to really say that because it's like I did kind of have a lot to do, but I did cook dinner. Now I'm saying, Oh yeah. I got my ball, bro. I spin this. You know what I mean? Where my finger land at, that's kind of where I'm gonna eat at, or probably just speak about or something like that. We'll look up. Today I cooked tacos because I landed on Mexico, which was crazy. But yeah, we'll do stuff like that live, man. We'll spice this channel up a little bit more. But it is late. I gotta get some rest. I will be back on tomorrow, my guys. You can catch me on Twitch live tomorrow around 2 to 1 o'clock. I'll probably be getting off a little early, so I'll probably be going from like 10 to 12 with a nice little 2 hours and stuff like that. But anyway, though, man, this your boy Key, and I will